Alright, so I'm back again, and I've once again made more changes to the recording setup. Hopefully it sounds a little better. Got the mic a little bit closer to my face and further from the keyboard, which should make it easier to filter out some of the noise without also running into problems with my voice getting like clipped out at the beginning of sentences and stuff. It also gives me the option to get really close to the mic if I want to, do stuff with that. So, hopefully it ends up being better than it was, but we'll see. In addition to that, I've also made some changes to the game itself. I added 2 mods that'll hopefully make life a little easier. One of them is this set quality builder thing. I haven't actually tried them out. I just, loaded the game up just now. But this mod said that I can set the desired quality of an object. So like with these hospital beds, I guess you just try it out. It says I can set what the desired quality will be. How do I do it? And the bed will get continuously built, dismantled until it gets to the quality that I'd like it to be at, rather than needing to manually build them, manually dismantle them, etc. So it doesn't actually make it easier to get the higher quality or anything like that. It just makes it less tedious for the player. It just kind of automates that process. It's also supposed to make it where only the high skill workers will be able to participate in it, so hopefully it'll just be Mal that works on it. I don't know how to actually do this though. Well, I can make it go away. Is it setting in here maybe? Current quality awful. Do I right click? I'm not sure how to actually do this. I might have to pull the mod up on my other monitor and see what the controls are. So I would have expected... Oh, unless it's like a mod setting maybe? Options? Mod options, quality builder. Okay, yeah, I guess this is where I do it. I'll just have to experiment with it. Override best builder with... Oh, I can actually just set a builder. That's pretty nice. So if I set this to legendary, now presumably, it'll just be Mal that works on this. If I'm understanding those mod options correctly. Did I actually set it? It seems like this quality is still not high. Ah, there we go. So let's see what happens. You gonna work on that, Mal? Oh. Yeah, there we go. That makes life a little easier. I wonder if the deconstruct step is restricted to just Mal. It doesn't look like it. So presumably I could, do a few. See how that works. It does mean that doing it this way gets rid of the slight advantage. I gotta clear some of these things out. Gets rid of the slight advantage of being able to have a less skilled person do the bulk of the work, and then have the master come in and just do the finishing touches. But not needing to sit there and constantly pause, run to babysit it would be pretty nice quality of life. Uh-oh. We have a raid. I'll talk about the other mod in a moment. Oh. Let's see what this raid is. They intend to breach the walls. Ooh. I don't love those, because it makes the kill box pretty much pointless. because these termite guys just try to blow a hole in the wall. We've got 2 centipedes. Heavy charge blast. At least they're not the incendiary centipedes this time. And they're coming in straight for the ship. This is probably going to be a good time to use the call aid thing. And maybe attempt to use the skip to teleport some of these key targets into melee range. Is it just this one group? I hope so. Yes. So at least they're only coming from one direction. It's a shame that my turrets won't be able to help because they're almost certainly just going to go straight on in. What's everyone's food looking like? Mal's pretty hungry. It is what it is. Gonna have to just go for it, I think. No time for eating. Yeah, they're moving up. I'll call in aid, or possibly even an airstrike. If they were going to group up and wait for a minute, I probably would have used one of the anti-grains because I don't like these guys. If I call in aid here, I can probably arrange my guys up here and kind of peek out around the corner, at least have some amount of cover to work with. Which ones do I have available? Sammy has none. Oh no, he's got the trooper squad. He just doesn't have his airstrike. Larissa has trooper squad as well. I wonder if I can berserk robots. She's got more time on that one. Sammy's got a little bit less cooldown left. I'll have him call in the trooper squad. I mostly just need them as a distraction to draw some of the aggro. Fortunately, I guess they can be up here. There's a little bit of cover to work with, but not a ton. I'd like to try this invisibility out and see if I can have Sammy sneak in and abscond one of the things. It uses a lot. I'm gonna give it a try. Oh, he can cast it on someone else. That's interesting. Well, if I have him cast it on Larissa, that will at least split the heat up a little bit, because then Larissa can actually go in and do the deed. How long do I have? 14 seconds. Not a ton of time. Larissa will have to use her jump jets to get out of there or something. That goes away very fast. And I think I want my people to actually just stay here and spread out a little bit, because that termite, their weapons and AoE like cannon thing, being too clustered up would be not good. I'll teleport them. And can Sammy grab them? Yes. And then teleport them right into melee range. Yoink. And it's dead. Okay. That helps a lot. Now, it'd be nice to be able to grab one of the centipedes. Try to isolate those, because those are the next most dangerous things. Ooh, that heat. It's a lot of heat. I just want one centipede at a time. There we go. Can Sammy reach that from there? I don't know if he'll be able to. Not quite. Can Larissa just do it again? Yes. Oh, that's very strong. Probably should group my guys up a little bit more to reduce the likelihood of friendly fire on my melee folks. Oh, that did use a lot of heat. I'll have Larissa fall back now. There we go, centipede down. Didn't actually take any friendly fire there, that's surprising. Heat does cool off fairly quickly. Well, I can grab another one. Let's throw this pikeman over here. That's another range unit that's not going to enjoy being thrust into melee combat. Boink. How are these friendlies doing? I mean, you know, they could be doing better. It's not going great for them, if I'm being honest. I'll try to rescue any survivors. Alright, Larissa, I need you to just keep moving because that thing's gonna... Oh, holy shit! Was that Biscotti's shot? God damn. What did she do to this thing? Yep. Got him right in the reprocessor. Right in the fluid reprocessor. Ugh! Alright, that heat is getting out of hand now, though. I could turn off the limiter, but I don't think it's going to be necessary. Let's just fall back a little bit into safety. Let Biscotti start chewing these things up. What? Right, left leg? I don't see a leg. I guess it's these little thingies, little floater thingies. Now they should shoot at my... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, they should shoot at my melee guys since they're closer. It's just kind of failing entirely. Oh, do I just move up? I think my distraction's basically expired up here. Yeah, I think it's time to just move up abruptly. Just have everybody scoot up a little bit. I don't think Thorn has had the opportunity to have like open combat yet, so this will be a nice learning experience for them. Put Biscotti. Oh, that's not a good spot. Put Biscotti down there. Sammy. Guess that one's already taken. There? Yeah, that works. Away! The jump packs are just, they're just the best. I do not want to go without jump packs, that's for sure. Alright, now I would like to get that centipede. Is the heat cooled off a little bit more? Yeah. Have everyone converge forward a little bit here. Ooh, Mal. Don't really want you just getting plinked like that. Plinked and plonked. Do want Biscotti to be working on that because I'm going to try to skip the centipede. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Teleport them to where they currently are is not very helpful. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. So all these guys can start blasting this thing. I was trying to get away. Absolutely not. Fuck you, centipede. That guy's still alive. Can Sammy skip that? He can. It's just the best way to do this. Yoink. Oh, it died. All right, that works too. Now these guys are melee, so I should be able to just hold position here and let the various gunners take care of this situation. Good lord. Well, thank you, Imperials. This guy... Ooh, he's not even bleeding out. I'm not sure why he's down. What's his deal? Was his pain just really high? Pain is medium. I'm genuinely not sure why he's incapacitated there. Whatever, that's fine. I will have someone who's very fast. Who is my fastest? Probably going to be Squirrel or Cornbread. Cornbread. We'll rescue them. Because if I can rescue him and, heal him up, tend to his wounds and whatnot, then that'll be a nice little boost to my standing with the Empire. And that's just been helpful to keep looking good. Don't want that rifle. Looks like... I thought there was a fourth guy. Did he flee? I don't see him on the map, and I don't see a corpse for him. 1, 2, 3. I guess he ran away. Whatever, the job is done. Everyone else, besides Cornbread, should be able to just undraft and start carrying some of these things back home so I can shred them up. This bill should be good to go. Oh yeah, the other mod that I got is something that is supposed to help with some of my options in here with the bills. So I can make this change between, which this is a vanilla thing, it's just a button to make it easier to get to. Change between carrying the finished products to stockpiles or just dropping them where they lay. There's some stuff to make it easier to reorder stuff. So in vanilla, you have little up arrows and down arrows, and every time you click the up arrow, the thing you clicked moves up one level, and the thing that was above it moves down one level, which works. But if you have a long list like this, and you're trying to move something from the bottom up to the top, you've got to click, 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 click. It is very tedious. Just kind of annoying. So click and drag is nicer. And I believe this also added something that is going to be not so relevant in this particular playthrough, but where you can link multiple benches together. All right, Cornbread, do actually heal the guy. I don't know why I put him in my worst bed, but that's fine. You can link multiple workbenches together so that all of the bills will be synchronized across them. I know that in my previous playthrough that I did, I had a much larger number of people in the colony, and I needed multiple stoves in order to keep up with the food production, and it was a little bit annoying having to manually keep those two benches synced as far as their bills go. Or anytime I was like, okay, I want to actually prioritize making fine meals, I'd have to go and change the fine meal thing in one, copy it, go over to the other workbench, delete the old one, paste it, or go and, like manually set the settings to be what I wanted them to be. The mod also adds this nice little unpause button, because these bills are set up, and this is also a vanilla thing, they're set up such that as soon as I get to 90 meals, as soon as 90 meals are in storage somewhere, this will suspend itself until the count drops to 86 or lower, and then we'll unpause. With the unpause button, you can just very quickly manually unpause it if you want to top off your supply. It adds this little parenthetical thing over here that shows the unpause value, so you don't have to open up the bill to remind yourself what the unpause value was set to. And I think the last thing is over here where I can, for the fine meals and the lavish meals, for instance, I should be able to set this up. Let's see, I'll just try it. Should be able to set the fine meal thing up to also include lavish meals in its count. Yeah. So now, if I have 0 fine meals cooked, but I have plenty of lavish meals cooked, this won't count as saying, "Oh, I'm out of meals. I should make the fine meals." It'll still say, "Well, I've got meals stored, so it's not a problem." Which means I can actually set the lavish meal thing. No, I'll leave this order. So I should only worry about cooking fine meals if I'm out of fine meals and also out of lavish meals, which is pretty nice. It's good to be able to have like a higher priority bill that's just making up some really basic meals, so that if you run out of the stuff to make the advanced meals, you'll still have something getting made. It's a little bit less relevant for me since my guys will just eat the nutrient paste. But it's still nice to have that kind of layered bill set up, and being able to count unrelated things in that count is very helpful for that. So like for these packaged survival meals, I presumably could count additional items and count those yellow meals. Yeah. If I want to just maintain a stock of 120 and I didn't care if it was the ones I made or the ones that I got from someone else. I'm not going to bother doing that because I usually sell off those yellow ones. They're kind of like extra, since I'm more concerned about shelf space than I am total supplies. Granted, I've got a hell of a lot of like empty shelf space right now, but up until relatively recently, shelf space was at a just constant, extreme premium. I think that it's going to make sense to move Sauce's bed up into Mal's room for now, because that means Biscotti and Thorn will both have a private bedroom since they're sleeping together now. And only Mal will be in a barracks. People like having private bedrooms more than barracks, so I'm only going to be affecting one person instead of two. It just seems like the safer bet. And with that in mind, it might actually make sense to scoot all this stuff over a little bit, so that I can make them share the same end table. And furthermore, I'm probably going to want Sauce, when they grow up, to either get with Mal or Larissa. Who are their biological parents? Squirrel and Cornbread. Cornbread, I believe, is Mal's son, yeah. So Sauce will have to be with Larissa to avoid any, creepy incest business. Why is my power struggling so much? Is this eclipse still going? God damn. The long-ass eclipse. What's my... Well, I've got a grid excess at the moment. I guess because I've got so much stuff that's having power issues right now and shutting down. It's 87 outside. I already have my heaters turned off. I have the oxygen pumps turned off. I can turn off the crematorium. Fuck it. I'll just turn my generators on for a little bit. Maybe I should get that grav core just so I can be a little bit more consistent through eclipses. Yeah, they don't happen very often. But it is still kind of aggravating to run out of power and have to burn fuel. It'd be nice to not have to worry about it. I may have to stop doing my surgical bed optimization soon. I know I said I was going to stop it before, but I wanted to try out this mod to see how it is. But my total's getting a little bit uncomfortably low. These should start getting shredded up soon. The little ones, I think I just kind of get some steel from probably, but the advanced ones I usually get plasteel. So definitely worth grabbing those. Oh, thank you. Eclipse is finally ending. My power coming back up? Yeah. Less grid access than I would have liked. What's up with that? I guess because normally I have the solar panels providing so much during the day that I drain during the night, but you know, come out even ultimately. So I'll move that bed over. It'll probably make sense to move the dresser over just aesthetically. And now I can move Sauce's bed up here. The end table has to be at the head of the bed for it to function. So I want to put it between. There we go. Which means this is now a private bedroom. Granted, if someone's doing research, they'll barge in here to use this bench. Larissa used to have this bedroom for a long time, but they needed more space than this bedroom could provide. It used to be subdivided because they are, what rank are they? Presumably they're at Archon now, aren't they? Did I ever get them all the way up? Yeah, Archon. So they need a fancy bedroom. Need to get someone to read that map, too. Who's idle? I have lots of idle people. Who would be best for this? Cornbread, I guess? Cornbread. Read that map. It does look like anybody can do the deconstruction, so it still helps to have a few of those projects going. Just to increase the number of chances. So how many am I burning each attempt? Looks like I was getting 2 back components. I mean, God, where the hell is it? There it is. So I'm losing 3 components every attempt. Well, if nothing else, this is training up Mal's construction a bit. It's not a bad thing. It's like my Fallen Empire dude is already gone. I must have missed the alert saying that he is gone. Mal's work frenzy is starting to run out. Oh yeah, I forgot she had that. So that... Ooh, God, my steel's getting low. That is another nice little benefit of doing this bed spam, is that she had that work frenzy, which is making her run, or making her just do all work faster. I was going to say run faster, but it's kind of ambiguous with go frenzy, where they just are literally running faster. I think if I get down to 130 components, I'll want to stop this process. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about those cryopods. How's the food situation looking? Looks like I am out of meat as well. That's a lot of steel. So I could do another elephant hunt. Cornbread still reading that thing? No. How do I tell if this has already been used up? I wonder. I feel like there was an alert, or not an alert, but like an indicator on it before. Also, when did I get this Manifesto of Bones? I don't want this. It's 2 books. Besides that, these can hold 5 apiece. Oh, wait a minute. I don't even need this bookshelf, do I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah, I don't. So I'm going to set this storage to nothing at the moment, actually. I think people are going to be more likely to read the map if it's up in this lounge area, since they're, I'm guessing, just going to kind of read whichever one is, or, you know, read books that are handy. But I'm not sure about that. Larissa, I would like you, when you're done meditating, to work on reading that book. I would like to get that extra legendary bed just to have that wrapped up. I don't need these fuel generators anymore since my stuff is fully powered up. Yeah, I think once this cycloid is done, it's probably going to make sense to go and grab the other grav core. Let's see, I'm going to grab Sammy, Thorn, Cornbread, Squirrel, and Mal. And then pop down here. Take care of this cryopod situation. Sometimes I've had these things just pop open on their own, and it's alarming when it happens, to say the least. That one didn't last. Easy. These can be mean. It was one of these cryopod situations that was what got Paul killed. Or one of the dudes that popped out was packing a chain shotgun. Shot him in the head. That was the end of that. Also got these boar. I'd like to do a manual hunt, however, just to get those elephants. I think I'll do that in the next day. Sammy's speech is also ready. I'll do Sammy's speech right after this work frenzy is done. So that if it's an inspirational speech, at least has a chance to inspire Mal. So I don't have to use that very, very high psi focus skill to try to force an inspiration. Get a little bit more wood as well. Guess that eclipse was slowing this down too. Should probably check on everyone's gear. That's looking 56%, a little bit low. Might want to start working on one of those since those take a ridiculously long time to make. Cataphract helmet's a little bit low. Let's say 1 helmet, 1 prestige armor. Those are looking okay. Those are looking fine. Those are looking fine. And those are looking fine. Yeah, so we'll do 1 cataphract helmet, And one... Don't need those immuno enhancers, or the lungs for that matter. Probably not going to need to make more of those for now. One prestige cataphract armor. Mal only. Just to get a head start on those, because those, like I said, they can take a real long time. Ooh, I should probably also change these to not be hold open. I like to have these doors set up in the little nooks that my people fight from, so that if I have somebody that is not in one of those fighting nooks, there's not a spot for the enemy to duck into and use for cover. Kind of gives me a little bit of extra redundancy. There we go. Larissa, I do want you to finish reading that map. What'd she do with it? I don't know what she's doing. Sammy, it's time for the speech. Right? Yes. Speak well, Sammy. Inspire Mal. Or suck. That's also an option. Alright, Larissa, your turn. Do better. So now I think Margarita actually likes her husband a little bit less. Encouraging throne speech. Not enough for inspiration. Sammy's psych focus is filled back up already, so I can do a word of inspiration on Mal. Try to force it. Inspired creativity! Yes! That's good. That means that she has a chance to make the thing I want her to make, which is a legendary... Clear some of these things out. A legendary EMP launcher. Mal, I want you to focus on that. Use your production command. I'm actually going to turn this thing off, just to try to remove all temptation of her working on the wrong project. How's my rave coming along? 8 days. Sammy will probably have filled his meditation up by the time that thing comes along. But that means, that's fine. That means he can do another inspiration on somebody, and then I can do the rave and hopefully immediately refill his psi focus so that it's not depleted. It's meditation. It's not a fast process. It takes a while. Cancel 2 of these. Just have her working on... Well, I guess none of them, actually. Wow. There's the legendary. Hell yeah. So the reason I wanted to build this is, from my understanding... Oh, it's got art on it. Engraving of this weapon illustrates 9 comedians and smugglers eating cabbages together. 10 cabbage-eating tarsiers. I don't remember how to pronounce that. Little like anteater dudes, I think. Appear behind the focal point. Sure. The War Dark. The reason I want to build this is that, from my understanding, with the EMP stuff, the damage that they do is, it's not listed. The EMP damage they do, like not the actual damage, because they don't do any actual damage, is dependent on the quality. So the higher the quality it is, the longer it will stun something. And I believe that at legendary tier, the stun duration is long enough that even once a robot has adapted to the EMP and is like resistant to it, that it's still just so long that it can continue to stun lock them even through that adaptation. So with an EMP launcher, with a legendary one, I should be able to just lock something down indefinitely as long as the projectile is hitting. And from 24 range, which isn't bad, compared to the grenades, which I've used in the past, that only have 13 range. The AoE of the launcher, I believe, is smaller than the grenades, so it'll not hit as many things. But at least it will lock the bejesus down of the thing that I'm hitting, or possibly a few things if they're stacked on top of each other, which I think will be valuable. Oh, we got a flu. Margarita and sauce. I think everyone has that immuno enhancer now. Yeah, got one immuno enhancer. Sauce has also got it. So hopefully that flu will be pretty easy to heal quickly. Cornbread should pop in there and give Margarita her treatment. Sauce, I guess, is desperately trying to fill up their learning here. Sweet. Alright, I should turn this back on so she can get back to work on that stuff. That's good. I expected that to be a longer process than it was. But Mal, her crafting skill is high, 20 is the max, so 18 is pretty goddamn high. And that production specialist job that she has forces everything that she makes to have one higher quality level than it would normally have. And the inspired creativity bumps that up by 1 again. Oh, yeah. I think I don't want to sell my ship, so I think I'll be passing on that one. Cornbread, are you not gonna treat these guys? Or do they not need treatment anymore? Okay, it's already treated. I guess they're just resting. Which is probably for the best. Yeah, that immunity is just flying. Even with a 70% tend quality, which is the highest that you can get with the herbal medicine. If I can avoid dipping into my better stuff, then that would be good. Though, it probably makes sense to at least give them like 1 or 2 tens of the good stuff. Yeah, give them 1 or 2 tens of the good stuff. Just to help speed that along. The flu can be kind of tedious with how long it can last. And I've got some amount of surplus of the industrial medicine. This stuff can get to 100%. The Glitter World's even better. I think there's some things that need Glitter World, like some advanced surgeries. And beyond that, it just has a higher chance to have higher tier results, if I'm not mistaken. But that's for my rainy days. Because that stuff is expensive. 60%. Oh, who's this? See if they've got any juicy rumors. I'll buy a few components, sure. And I can sell off some of those yellow meals to cancel that out and make some money at the same time. Do they have anything else I'd want to buy? I could buy some medicines. Pretty good. I don't think I need any reinforced barrels at the moment. I've got a pretty good supply already. I can try to offload some of these other items. I'll do that via a gift. Because they don't have enough money. don't need an LMG. I don't need a normal quality assault rifle. Don't need another LMG. Don't need a crappy chain shotgun. Certainly don't need an auto pistol. A little bit of standing with them. It's a nice bonus for clearing stuff out. Oh, I still have that eyeball. Never got around to putting it into Thorn. Who should do the deed? Margaria's at 16 and some change. Oh man, her skill dropped a lot. Guess I haven't had to do as much medicine. Cornbread should do it. Since that'll put him back up into 17 at least. There we go. That eye will make Thorn even more accurate with his weapon. Oh yeah, I also wanted to have him swap weapons with Margarita, since his higher accuracy should be able to express itself a little bit better with the assault rifle, since it's a higher accuracy weapon and has longer range. 31 versus 32. Oh no, he actually has longer range with this, but lower accuracy. The increased stopping power of this one, 2.5, is very high. I think that's even higher than a chain shotgun. Three. No, not quite. But it's high. That'll be helpful for keeping Margarita from getting involved in melee combat. She doesn't have an elbow blade like everyone else. She's got a knee spike, which the knee spike has better armor pen, but is not as good as far as raw damage goes. Keeping her out of melee combat would not be bad. I think I'll continue this in the next episode though, so hopefully this audio has been better, and I'll see you in the next one.